Word of the month, and actually it's two words. It's impulse control. Impulse control means I stop and think before I act. Do we have any problems with that? We do? All right, well maybe. All right. All right. So we're thinking of our brain as like a stoplight. And it tells us when to go, when to stop, when to slow down. All right, but sometimes we don't wait to see whether we should go or stop or slow down. We just kind of react. Okay, so our body gets an impulse sometimes to just go before we think. So, yeah, so has this ever happened to you? Some of you are looking like this has. Anybody have an example? Where you did something kind of before you thought about it, and then afterwards you thought, well, maybe it wasn't such a good idea? No, like maybe you said something right away and it's like, oops. You know you've done it, but you can't think of exactly what it was. Or maybe you don't want to say what it is anyway. But we all make mistakes. Haley's never done anything like that, right? No. No. To where, you do something and then after you do it, it's like, oops, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to be in trouble or whatever. So one way to keep from making too many mistakes is to stop and think before you act. Sometimes that's hard to really think about it before you go. So what can you do to keep from making mistakes?
Think before you use the stoplight thing.
Stoplight thing. So red light for a little bit, stop and think before you go, kind of look in both directions, make sure you're doing the right thing. And yellow light makes you slow down. So maybe slow down before you do something and think about it.
And then green.
So when we stop and think before we act, that's called impulse control. So what is it?
Impulse control.
You guys are paying attention. You're listening. Yeah. Okay. So this week we're discussing what impulse control means and how to think through problems and solutions. So what might you do, if you're not really thinking about it and you go on impulse? If somebody has a toy that you want, what might you do? Take it? Well, okay, so, all right, let's say this. What might you do if you want to be first up on the beam but somebody jumps up there before you do? What might you do? Because I've seen you guys do this, right? I've seen you guys either push them off or jump up in front of them, right? Yell at them? Okay, all right. So we have a lot of, so you do, and if you're younger, maybe when you were younger, you did this if somebody had a toy, maybe you just grabbed it out of their hands or something, right? Because you didn't really think about it.
I remember
but
baseball like that.
Was that really a nice thing to do, though?
No.
No, so you probably, you wouldn't have liked it if they did that to you, right? So you probably shouldn't have done it.
I was like 4, and I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah, at 4, your impulse control is not as good as it is at 10 or 11. Hopefully your impulse control has developed so that it's a little bit better. So let's talk about solving problems. Ideas for solving problems are called solutions. Okay, so ideas for solving problems are called solutions. So what are they called? Solutions. Okay. So we want to make sure our solutions are safe and fair. Maybe you want to go first on beam, but somebody gets up there before you. So instead of pushing them off, what might you do? Callie?
You could maybe go behind them, because when you go back, that means you're going to be in front of them.
Right, you could maybe get up behind them if you're doing more than one on the beam, right? What else? Anything else you could think of? You could ask to go before them. They may not let you. And then if you don't have good impulse control, then you might react and push them off, but you shouldn't do that, right? So sometimes if you ask nicely, right? Or maybe you could do what? What would be the easiest thing to do? Go to a different beam or just wait for your turn, right? So rather than acting on impulse, just wait for your turn. So that's like a green light. Okay, so what if you're driving in a car and you're doing something on your iPod or your phone, and your mom's driving and you want her to see it? Should you stick it in front of her face and say, "Hey, look at this"? You think that would be safe? No. So what do you think you should do? That would be like red light, right? You shouldn't do that. You might want to say, "Hey, look what I saw," but what should you do?
Think.
Reese?
Wait till she's at a stoplight or she stops, for then you can show her.
Right. And that would be in your brain, that would be your green light. That's the proper thing to do, right? So are there any other things in the gym that you can think of that you might, this might be appropriate for? Trampoline. So what do you think you might do on trampoline to get you in trouble? Double bounce somebody? What have you guys done that I don't know that you've done?
Oh, we haven't done anything.
You haven't done anything, okay.
You don't know.
So you wouldn't do that? All right. So anyway, the word of the month is impulse control. And our solution is to stop and think before we do something, so we don't do something rash. We don't do the red light thing, we do the green light thing. So what's our powerful word of the month? You got it, impulse control. Good job. All right.